The Talmud tells the story of three Romans who wished to convert to Judaism. The first wished to convert, but said he would accept the Tanakh, but not the oral law. The second required that he be taught the entire Torah while he stood on one leg. The third wished to convert on the condition that he would become the high priest. When they approached Shammai the elder, he chased them away with a stick. When they came to Hillel the elder, he accepted them. The first proselyte studied Torah and found that only the descendants of Aharon could become a priest. Nevertheless, he accepted this and was happy he had become a Jew. When the one that rejected the oral tradition came to learn by Hillel, he was taught the letters of the alphabet. However, the next day when he came, Hillel wrote an aleph but told him it was a daled. When the Roman protested, Hillel explained that just like he must accept the tradition as to what are the letters, he must accept other ancient traditions as well. There is a hint in the Mishnah concerning doubts about the absolute validity of the oral law. In the second chapter of Masechta Rosh Hashanah, there is a story about how witnesses testified that they saw the new moon in its time. This would mean seeing a thin crescent moon in the west, close to the horizon, slightly after sunset. In addition, they testified that the next day the moon was not in the sky at all. This is an astronomical impossibility. In spite of this, Rabban Gamliel, the head of the Sanhedrin, accepted their testimony as valid and declared the start of the month of Tishrei. Rabbi Yehoshua was upset about this, particularly because it meant that the day on which Yom Kippur was to fall, it would not be observed. Because of this quandary, he sought out the advice of Rabbi Akiva. There is a hint that Rabbi Akiva had doubts about Rabban Gamliel did, because he did not explain why this approach was correct from the standpoint of astronomy. Instead, he emphasized the importance of Beis Din and said that this decision was valid even if it was not astronomically correct. He added that if we were to check the validity of this decision, we would need to check the validity of every decision going back to Moshe Rabbeinu. I have no holidays other than these, he said with resignation. Returning to the story with the Roman who wanted to be taught the entire Torah while he stood on one leg, Hillel replied, "What is hateful to you, do not do to your neighbor. That is the whole Torah. The rest is commentary. Go and learn it." Because of this, a one-legged reply is an idiom for a reply concerning a lengthy subject that is extremely concise and on target. However, the text can be understood as a request to learn Torah on the condition it is treated as a joke. It in fact follows a story of a prankster who was teasing Hillel on a bet. Hillel is a renowned figure among the Jewish people because of his boundless kindness. The story of the Roman who stood on one leg apparently strikes a responsive chord, so much so that a representation of it is engraved on the stone menorah outside the Knesset of the State of Israel. The Roman who wanted to learn the entire Torah while standing on one leg in the end becomes a proper convert along with the other two. When the three come together, they criticize Shammai for being strict and praise Hillel, saying his kindness led them to faith. The idea is hinted in Parshas Shoftim when Moshe recounts how the people said after the revelation on Mount Sinai that they could not continue to listen to the voice of Hashem anymore and could not continue to look at this great fire. Hashem is pleased with them that they fear him and agrees to appoint a prophet to stand in his place. The idea is that religion is supposed to be somewhat intimidating and that intermediates have a place. In the case of the Roman who stood on one leg, behind the frivolous acceptance of Torah was sincere acceptance. Similarly, concerning the condition of being high priest, behind the unrealistic expectations were proper expectations. And concerning the rejection of the oral law, behind the partial acceptance was full acceptance. It seems, though, that the frivolity of the Roman who stood on one leg was a mask for a subconscious love of Hashem. However, he could only be reached through the medium of kindness. The subtlety is that even in Orthodox Judaism, there is a mask of fear and love that manifests itself as frivolity, unrealistic expectations, and partial acceptance. The teachers of religion typically know this and follow the example of Hillel, who loved the world and brought others close to Torah. Furthermore, with each Yom Kippur, individuals and communities engage in self-examination and make progress in rectifying these errors. In the end, this will bring us to the perfection of man and the days of the Messiah. Thank you.